Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and this is the 2022 Audi S5 Cabriolet, and in this video I'm going to tell you what this thing is like even when the sun's not shining. Stay tuned. And the short answer to what this is like is, well, it's really good, no matter if the top is up or down. And a lot of that starts with what is underneath the hood here. Let's see how easily I can do this with one hand while filming. And I have not been very lucky with it so far. Let's see, there we go. Frick. Maybe, there, let's see. Pull and, oh, no. Frickin'. Frack. It's harder than it looks. But there we go. That is a 3-liter twin scroll turbocharged V6 mated to an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission and Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive. This engine makes 349 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. And with that Quattro all-wheel drive, you know it can actually put it down to the road. And that will achieve a 0 to 60 time of an Audi claimed 4.7 seconds and an Audi claimed top speed of 155 miles per hour. But this thing is very good. We'll get to its driving impressions in just a bit, but I want to take a quick look before it starts raining on me at the exterior of this thing. It is understated, but definitely stands out. We'll start up here with the front. So you can see we have sequential LED turn signals, LED running lights, and LED headlights up front. Give this a very distinct look. And when you start it up, the lights actually do a little bit of a dance. It's really cool, but I absolutely love these sequential turn signals. They are perhaps my favorite. You do get an S5 badge here in the grille, but I am really liking not only this green paint job, but the contrast of this brushed silver look that is right here. You get a little bit of chrome around the grille, but you get more of that brushed metal here around the windshield, on top of the rear view mirrors, and around the entire cabin here. Gives it a really nice upscale look without being just overly blingy, for lack of a better term. Moving around the corner up front here, we have Dunlop performance tires and an Audi 5-spoke wheel that looks really good. You can't see it on this side, but those are S-branded brakes up front. These tires are a 265/30 R20 up front. And then moving back to the back, we've got 265/30 R20. So not staggered size or anything like that. Good size 20-inch wheel all the way around. You can see they hide dirt and road dust and brake dust fairly good, being kind of this brushed silver look. I currently have the top down, but it looks like we're about to have to put the top up because of upcoming rain. We'll move around back here to the back. Again, sequential turn lights. I really like sequential turn signals, and Audi does it really well here on the S5. Another S5 badge there on the trunk, and quad exhausts that, you know what? Let's just give this little V6 a listen. And then popping the trunk back here, you can see with the top down, trunk space is impeded upon just a little bit, and you can actually power retract this little divider here for your top down motoring, so that you can see exactly what your trunk space would be like if you're loading the trunk with the top up. You do have a 50-50 split rear bench seat that does fold and does allow you to put longer items all the way through. Some storage here on the side, nice little pocket here, And then Audi did supply a windscreen, but we have yet to actually use this removable windscreen. This will negate the use of your back seat for passengers. I really like there is a grab handle here on the trunk so you can pull it shut. Very nice touch there. And then again, very clean styling. I really like this body line that starts here with the hood, goes over the front wheels, goes down the entire side. It gives you a nice little arch over the rear wheel here and terminates at the tail light. Very sleek and very classy, if I do say so myself. Moving to the inside. Perhaps one of our favorite tricks here at GT Garage Talk is what happens when you jump inside the vehicle for the first time and close the door. The Audi brings your seatbelt up to you so that rear passengers can still get in easily, but then when you're up here in the front, it brings the seatbelt to you. Very nice feature. Because it's starting to rain, I'm going to show you just how quickly the top goes up. Just pull the button here. It is a 15-second operation and can actually be done while you're driving down the road, but again, it's starting to rain here, so we're going to go ahead, put the top up, and give you a quick tour of the inside before we hit the road. You can see the top's already up, doing a little work for the back window there, and then all 4 windows here on the side roll up, and we are good. This is an insulated top, and I really like how Audi gives you a couple of reading lights back there in the back. So this cabin doesn't get incredibly dark when you've got the top up and no sunlight out. So very nice touch right there in the back. And then these seats. So these are quilted and heated seats with a massage function. No ventilation on this one here. I really like them. They are very comfortable. Multi-positional with adjustable lumbar and bolsters, so you can really get the right fit for you, when you're taking advantage of that S badge right there. Even comes with a manually adjustable thigh support, so I like that really well. Over here, the driver does have 2-position memory for theirs. No memory seat for the passenger side. You do get all 4 window controls right there, and then what we call the fart button here that drops all 4 windows very quickly and even pulls them back up. So if you need to quickly drop the windows, there's your button right there. Trunk release is down there. Your light controls are up front here, and then we have a full digital cockpit up here. Very nice, and can be configured to tell you a lot of different information. We've left it here on long-term memory, which is basically your trip computer. And then in the center, you see your digital tach and speedometer, date and time on the right, date and time on the bottom, and outside temperature. And then if you look really carefully up here, I don't know if my camera will be able to truly capture it, but we do have a head-up display. It is a color head-up display, but most of the information is in white. You get your posted speed, your lane keep assist, and your actual speed posted up there for you to see. Very simple and to the point. Up here, we do have Audi's touchscreen infotainment that does work very well. You can play and pause XM radio, and I don't have the money to pay for all of that licensing. This does have wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But right now, oh, look, my phone is paired. So you can see we've been listening to my son's dinosaur songs. It is very quick and responsive and very high definition. See, we'll actually start the vehicle here. Love that sound. Put it in reverse, and you can see just how clear the cameras are in here. It does get a little distorted around the edges, but right where it actually matters, it is a very clear image, and you get a top-down 360. And you can actually swipe through a bunch of different views here. So there's my front camera with trajectory, full bird's eye, top-down 360. Behind me, wide behind me, my front wheels, my back wheels, and that's about it there. Very nice, very informative when it comes to everything you need to see while driving. Put that back in park. Moving down here, we actually have not one, not two, but 3-zone climate control. So driver and front passenger both have their climate control, and the rear seats, even though this is really a 2+2, the rear seats get their own climate control, which is a really nice touch. Did mention these seats are heated, not ventilated. Down here, we've got a row of additional buttons, including our drive select button, which, let's see, turn our camera off here. Our drive select allows us to go through comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. And that adjusts throttle and your suspension, different things like that to give you a different driving experience. Your engine start stop button for when you're stopped in traffic or at red lights, traction control, parking, and all that. A couple of blinks here, which is very interesting on a vehicle that costs $74,000. Don't know what would come in those 2 blank spots, but 2 blank spots nonetheless. And then your screen power button, so you can turn the screen off and on. And there goes that music again. You do get a USB-A up front here, a 12-volt power outlet up there, and a little bit of storage. Not quite sure what you're going to put there. Your engine start button is actually right there. 2 cup holders that do a good job of holding tall drinks up front. I've got my garage door opener in this little cubby here because of just how thin these visors are. They are very thin. I think that has to do more with the fact that it is a convertible more than anything, and you can see you do get a light when you slide the mirror open, but yeah, this falls off if you're driving, so we've got that down there. Your volume control is right here, as well as seek. There are your top controls for your convertible top, and then your gear selector for your 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. You pull, push the button and pull back for drive, push the button and push forward for reverse, and your park button is right there. Your center console is not really a center console as much as it is a slight small storage space with a wireless charger and a USB-C in here. I'm going to actually pull out my iPhone 14. You can see it fits in there quite well. Does a fairly good job of charging, but yeah, that's all you get there. It does ratchet and adjust and slide forward and back, so you can find that perfect sweet spot for you and your driving position. You can see the overall design in here is Audi nice and Audi upscale for sure. We've got carbon fiber, multiple different looks and textures in here. I really like the look of this cabin. Steering wheel's got your buttons for controlling all the different screens and different things you can do up here on the screen up front, as well as your heated steering wheel and your radio controls right here. You do get plastic flappy paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go through the gears yourself if you want to. And then Audi's cruise control is done right there. But let's actually pop in the back of the Audi S5 Cabriolet. You get this little leather strap here that you can pull forward, and that gives you a little bit of room to enter the back. Now, I am 5'10", and I'm going to be sitting behind myself. You can see right here what my foot space looks like before I even pull the seat back. I do have a hard plastic seat back with a map pocket back here. And pulling the seat back, I can sit behind myself at 5'10", actually quite well. Get a little armrest right here. I get a little bit of suede like I do on the front, a little bit of LED ambient lighting, a speaker, and again, because of Audi's nifty little design here for the seatbelts, getting in was actually very easy. If I did need a little extra room, there is this button here on the side of the headrest up front, but I can do a pretty good job back here. Here is your climate controls for the back seats. You get a couple of vents, and they are rather close to you. 2 cup holders forward and aft. This is hard plastic. This is where your seat belts are. And then if you want to see what it's like putting a child seat back here, be sure and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you are notified when our family review drops, where we show you what it is actually like to put a car seat back in the back here. This is a 50-50 split bench rear seat. I will show you what the trunk looks like now that the top is up and what these seats look like when they're folded here in just a second. But I did want to show you for grown adults. Again, I'm 5'10". Let's put the hat on right. my hat's touching the padded headliner, so it's not perfect back here, but it actually does a really good job. You aren't really compromised on space. If you remember, we drove that Lexus LC500 and I had to sit back here like this with the top up. So I could actually ride back here very normally and quite comfortably. Plenty of room, plenty of space back here. And again, this roof is lined on the inside, so very nice lined convertible top here. And then again, I really like the LED lights back here in the back. But let's climb out here. I'm actually going to give myself a little bit of space by moving the seat forward, climb out, and I will pop that trunk to show you what the rear seat looks like and what the trunk looks like now that the top is up. So power release there, and as you can see, there's a little bit more height to your trunk back here. You do have 50-50 split rear seats, and you can see as long as the front seat isn't in the way, they fold down flat all on their own and give you a nice pass-through all the way up front. Very nice there. And like I said, you can actually deploy this little divider here that shows you exactly what your trunk space would look like with the top down. So you don't have to worry about loading this thing up too much and then not being able to put your top down. So very nice, very nifty there. But that's enough talking about this ride. Why don't we hop in and see how it drives? All right. Oh, it sounds good. Put it in drive. Let's set off. I mentioned how this has several different drive modes in it. I am actually in dynamic, which is in its sportiest setting. Stiffens up the ride, changes throttle response to be a little more exciting. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah. Oh, that is good. This is a properly fun car. And while yes, the weather may not be cooperating that well today, cloudy, humid, 51 degrees, this is still a pretty fun car with the top down. I've got 3-mode heated seats. I've got a heated steering wheel. I even have a massage on my seats. So I'm really being pampered here. And with the windows up and the top down, it is not overly windy in here. I can actually hold a conversation even at speed. But as I showed you on our quick walk around, Audi did supply us with that rear wind diffuser that would help even more if you really only had people up front to test this one out. But I'd say it's pretty good here with the top down on a nice cool fall day. And with the heated seats and the heated steering wheel and the climate control, it's actually a fairly decent experience all around. My wife and I did test this with the top up. So again, if you want to see what this ride's like with the top up, 3 people in here, be sure and subscribe for our family review, which will drop later this week. This really is this car's happy place. It is rather good in traffic. The 8-speed transmission will shift and get you going when you mash the throttle if you want to pass somebody in traffic or on a curvy back road. But really, this thing is happiest in dynamic mode on a curvy road, enjoying the fall leaves and really just taking a grand tour of the area around you. We are lucky enough to live in beautiful East Texas, where even here, the week of Thanksgiving, as I film this is still a pretty nice day to be driving around with my Cabriolet open for the elements to come in. Very much appreciate this vehicle and its entire package. Sure, yes, I think with the hardtop, this would be a little sportier, lighter, and more nimble, but this Cabrio is pretty fun all the way around. It is rather stiff. I don't really feel much creak and wobble when I go over different terrains. It is a very sturdy platform, and the turn in and throttle in this, it is really good. I can see why so many people like Audis because it's just solid all the way around. The car does what I want it to when I ask it to, and it is a truly fun grand tour in this situation. And like I said, not that bad in traffic either. With the top down, I am getting a little wind noise buffeting off of the top of the windshield here. But again, it's nothing that is prohibiting me from having a conversation with you right now as I film this. So it really is a comfortable two-seater with the top down. You can see even over rough pavement in dynamic mode, this thing doesn't rattle you to death or shake you to death with its overly firm suspension, but it does keep you dialed in to truly enjoy the corners when exploring some fun back roads in this. Now, this is a good car. This is a great environment to test it in, and I'm going to be very sad when this one leaves us. Huge thanks to Audi for supplying us with this test car for the week of Thanksgiving, making me very thankful for their twin scroll turbocharged 3-liter V6 that just sounds so good. This Tiptronic transmission does a great job of making sure I'm in the right gear when I ask for it, and the Quattro all-wheel drive makes sure that the power gets down to the wheels that have the traction. Oh, it's good. Oh, look, we have deer. Again, Thanksgiving week, nice cool weather. Hey deer, how's it going? Never know what you're gonna see here in East Texas, but that's why we don't drive crazy. This thing, I think the sound of the V6, while no, it's no LC500 5-liter V8, the sound of this V6 is really good and very intoxicating, and maybe one of the reasons why we're not getting the posted EPA estimated 16 mpg in mixed driving. We're at 15.5, mostly in city driving. So yeah, maybe a little bit of a heavy foot has attributed to that fuel economy number that we've actually realized in our 100 miles with this tester. Can you blame me though? Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, it sounds so good. And it hugs the corners so well. This one's a big one. Oh, big sweeping turn. You can hear those tires grabbing the gravel, throwing it up. Oh, this is good. This is a good car all the way around. So much fun. This is my happy place. This is the car's happy place. Good job, Audi. This really is a great platform. You hear that blow-off valve from the turbo. It sounds so good. This is a good platform. But let's see, one last thing you may want to know about 0 to 60. So, just gonna brake torque it here, foot firmly on the brake and the gas, dump it, and oh, all 4 wheels connect, and we are off. There's 60. Oh, yes. This is a good one. And there you have it, gearheads. A quick tour of the 2022 Audi S5 Cabriolet. I've really enjoyed my time with this, and due to the fact that I went to the LA Auto Show while we had this, I didn't get to spend as much time as I truly wanted to. But at $74,000, with all the luxury inside that you would need, plenty of power and performance, a wonderful sounding 3-liter V6, and a drop top that goes down in 15 seconds. What isn't to like about this Cabriolet? I really have enjoyed it and am going to be sad to see it leave when Audi takes it back from us tomorrow, actually. If you want to see more of what we're driving and testing here before it is uploaded, go find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything at GT Garage Talk. And be sure and subscribe, follow us on all platforms so that you can see some behind the scenes stuff before it is uploaded here. be sure and follow along as well so you can see what we're driving next. But as for me and this Audi S5, I'm going to enjoy it for what little time I have left. Till next time, gearheads. Bye.
Your mobile device is still in the vehicle.
Thank you. It doesn't get old. And these brakes, they bite and they do a great job.